Oke guys, kita meski ke game pertama antara Sena melawan Bleed Esports. Indo lawan Singapura guys ya. Indo di sini dia pakai Lolita guys. Boleh-boleh sih. Di sini sama-sama tank jungler guys ya. Ada Akai, ada Barat.
I was expecting Barrage to actually outmatch this because of those stacks. Nah, not for the earlier sector. Not in the earlier sector.
Yang satu dari biru, yang satu dari orange ya.
Does help. You see the instant invade from the mid lane just to get information on where Yon is going to be. Jay and Gear have to respond.
Indo.
Yeah, Indo taking a little bit of damage here. Great poking coming in from Gear as well. This is an Arlot roam coming in from Bleed Esports, and so far I like the flexibility coming from MYSG. We've always been thinking about flexibility, and it's working out right now. And here comes the pull coming in.
Wah, Farah miss Okta sih kalau udah dilepas bahaya guys ya.
Just got it, but his shield is not going to do much.
The Ghost Bursters was still on cooldown, and now Ians gets to walk in for free and steals away a camp against Yon. The bottom side has been compromised. However, I will say that especially for Toy, he's doing a good job against Seiji. If he cancels that recall, doesn't matter. He loses 2 minions on top side. One of them is a ballista minion.
Oh boy. So seeing how this is happening here, RQ Sena with a very good start, especially for Ians as well. He got it very early, level 4. You can see even CC as well playing a little bit safe. Daytona's welcome, not gonna connect.
Targetnya.
Okay, Sackett able to escape that, but RQ Sena, they're just putting pressure.
Ini MDL lawan MDL guys ya.
Fine. They're gonna hit level 4 first. We aren't seeing the movement from a J to rush level 4 either. This turtle should fall into the hands of RQ Sena, and if he walks up too far, he's dead.
They're just freezing the lane, expecting Sagitnu to actually just walk out. But at the same time, they need the level 4 armor knockdown. But for now, the lane IDOC getting dived in, but they force a spell here. He doesn't even use the flicker though, I'm surprised.
Yep, they give up on Gears level 4. Tyrant, he should be able to hit level 4 and Black Dragon form to zone them away. Let's see how the heavy spin is going to get utilized.
They've got force up on ADOG as well.
Belum level 4 sih.
Black Dragon has been expended, but Yon, he's going to try and zone them out.
Walah.
Secures the turtle, needs to get out.
Udah pasti. Aduh, INDO malah gak dapet guys.
Catching Gear, they are able to get out, but at the same time, Jay was able to catch
kalau segi tim fight harusnya RRQ Sena kuat sih guys.
And they lose Jay, but still, Sena 1-0.
Not too bad here. They only lose Jay, but this allows Yon to actually catch up in EXP because he was able to retribute away that turtle. Gear should be hitting level 4 sooner rather than later. Yeah, but it's already too late. He lost the opportunity to turn things around.
It's so unfortunate though. Like, this is just really sad to see. Like, because of one level difference, Bleed Esports, even though they had the mechanics and the right idea, they just can't do anything about it because they're just one spell behind.
I mean, it's not that bad because at the end of the day, Bleed still can scale into the later stages of the game, right? As much as Toy is able to get ahead in his lane, once Seiji starts catching up in terms of just raw items and stats, I think that's where RQ Sena have to think twice about it, right? This early game doesn't matter if they end up giving 5 kills over during mid game.
Ooh, speaking of mid game right now,
man, this is brutal. This CC cannot play the game.
He can't even get XP or farm.
I mean, CC gets the move first, but like, what is that gonna matter? There's nothing on the map to fight for unless Sagitnu is gonna show up by gold.
Speaking of Sagitnu right now,
my God,
behind Ido, he does have the Numenon Blast. They do see where Jay is, but he does have the Nether Realm. He's not popped up yet for now. They're holding it for now.
Walah, udah guys.
On Ido, and he's gonna be the first to fall. And the Nether Realm comes in, but it's gonna be completely off the mark.
Really good pathing from Sagitnu here. Really good pathing. Making sure that, again, suspecting that somebody might be sitting in Tribrush, suspecting somebody might be sitting in the River Bush as well. He waits for his team to actually start walking up before he does anything, denying that information, forcefully told RQ Sena, hey, if Sagitnu is not here, this is, you know, an advantage in our sector. We can actually take the fight, which was their big mistake.
1-1 right now. Turtle in the control of Sena. Yon. If you want to play
gak dapet guys.
The mark, ADOG is going to be point of focus right now. They still have the Nether Realm coming in for RQ
Nah, Ian yang dapat bro.
We do see a fight here, but at the same time, heavy spin has been used.
Mas Duren, aduh tumbang guys.
But Jay once again getting picked off from the
2-1 ya guys ya.
Trying to finish off ADOG as well. Is dropping down low. Sagit is there to poke them, but they lose Jay as well as Seiji up top. A solo kill by Toy.
Yeah, this is why it's really, really dangerous. Before Seiji gets his first items, he has to be worried about the Inspire, which is a big game changer for Toy in these types of 1v1s. Octa gonna try and check out the lane brush just to ensure that Toy can take this for free. And now
Sagit udah ngemenin War X ya.
This is weird. Like, I feel like Bleed Esports is in a situation where they shouldn't be losing this much, and now here,
gearnya tumbang bro. Wih, Mas Duren sakit banget, sakit. Moke gile ya guys ya. Walah weh. Ngeri guys, sakit guys. Padahal, wah, War X loh. Mas Duren, oh iya, Mas Duren pun bikin attack dulu ya guys ya. Sama 2 defense.
Heavy spin also being used as well to actually try and zone them out, trying to secure the farm. But for now, it seems like Bleed Esports, they have a very clear idea on how they should be playing right now. Just try and bait off Ido. And right now, Toy gets a nice pin here. Gear, he's in a little bit of trouble here. Tries to sweep the up. 4-man sweep, but where's the follow-up? No follow-up coming through from Bleed Esports. They lose him. Yawn forces out Retribution on Ian still. But is it going to matter here? One level advantage. Sagit now going for a couple pokes, but RQ says enough.
I think that RQ currently control the tempo, right? Bleed don't get to predetermine where these fights are unless RQ Sena makes an overextension. And I don't see that happening right now. With a 1.7k lead and Toy doing well in the lane against Natan, he's already got a full level up and 2 kills, which already tells us that in terms of game plan, they're accelerated.
Well, Team Black Dragon also used zone him off, and Seiji, still tanking the turret here. He's trying to force RQ under turret, but at the same time, they secure the objectives, and now Ido, he's got the shields. Do they want to dive this?
No.
Nope, they can't.
They can't do it right now. 100 more seconds, 106 more seconds until the next turtle actually spawns, and unfortunately for Natan, he is not going to be able to touch this wave. RRQ are going to choke him out for the rest of this game.
Oh boy, this is starting to get a little bit annoying for Bleed Esports.
Sakit.
Diving in as well, but the man just comes in. I think he might actually die this here.
Toy, digasin gak sih? Gasin gak sih, Toy? Walah, 1 hit, bro. Aduh, Mas Duren. Iya. Tarik. Yang. Buset, dapat sih harusnya. Dapat gak? Wey, Octa sampai flicker. Nah. Udah buang flicker gak dapat, rugi lah.
Oh my god.
Really unfortunate for Sagitnu. Definitely had a couple of moments where he could secure the kill against Toy, but that Inspire really makes all the difference here in the decisions being made by Sagitnu. As long as he has that Inspire, he can turn that fight around, especially if his dash is off of cooldown and give him the extra attack speed. Really looking like he turns from 0 back to 100 in no time. 40 seconds until the next objective, and so far, RQ Sena, they're setting up for checkmate super early on in this game with a 2.7k lead. They control the underhand of Bleed Esports before they slowly wrap their hands around their necks.
8 minutes in the game, and Toy is already stealing the orange buff away from the Barrage, but he's attacking so fast right now. Jens waiting for the fight, but no retaliation. Bleed, they're just tickling him.
I mean, they did get the Daytona's welcome out of him. That's something that Bleed Esports needs to keep in mind. They are falling behind. Like, Ians is currently 2 levels ahead of Yon, which is unideal, but it doesn't mean that this game is over just yet.
How is Edok not found yet? Like, he's in a very awkward position in the hands of Bleed Esports, but no one saw him at all.
I mean, he's sneaking through the cracks of vision, right? Fog of War is a big problem for Bleed Esports. They don't have a lot of map space to work with, considering that their turrets have been taken down so early, pre-10 minutes.
Lord yang pertama, guys, ya.
Edok will find Jay. Doesn't have the shield still. He's saving up for the right moment. Finally drops in. Final Surge comes in. They are going to try and burst him down. Half HP here. Toy goes in for the spear. Doesn't connect with the stun, but they will reset for this fight.
They gotta play this really, really slow here, because RQ Sena, they want this fight around this very first Lord. They know they can almost guarantee it in their hands. Sagitno, he's just tickling the front lines, right? He doesn't deal enough damage.
Oh, that was a very, very weird angle here. You don't have the shield up, but Sagit's shield not reflected back.
I mean, it's not considered a projectile, fortunately.
Well, actually, it does reflect it back.
Dulu, wah, astaga ya langsung mati lah, guys.
Now, middle lane as well. They are going to be forcefully following the fight as well. NetherRealm comes, he keeps them all alive. The Blast does connect, but was barely able to connect as well. So now RQ, they've lost everything. They lose their gold laner, but they're trying to buy time for him to come back online here. But top side, they will lose a tier 2 for Esports, and this is Bleed Esports' answer to bounce back.
Really nice macro from the side of Bleed Esports here, being able to kind of juggle that pressure from RRQ Sena, especially when RQ Sena has the tempo and wants to control this very first Lord fight. Look at how much the gold has evened out because they took way too long.
Oh, speaking of which here, again, RRQ going for the Lord Dance once again. They're sending up Toy on the top side, hoping to get a little bit more value, but Bleed now calling in the Natan from the back lines. Do they fight this though?
I think RRQ Sena just leave Moskov on the top side of the map, right? They need to make sure they have some kind of information about...
Oh, here. He's gonna get stopped out as well. He might be chain stun all the way through. Here he comes. Here, he's a little bit tanky here. Jay trying to poke onto Ian. Lord down to his half HP. Moskov with the spear comes in. He finally comes in here. He's gonna be pinned his way down. He's gonna be the first to fall.
Tapi akainya yang dapat drop.
From the side of Bleed Esports. They've lost one so far. They even baited out the NetherRealm. RQ was able to trade 1-for-1. Darren for gear. I think Bleed Esports just had the better trade right now.
That was really nice from the side of Bleed Esports. Really, really nice indeed. Sure. Now the tier 1s start to fall. They're willing to sacrifice these tier 1s just to kind of buy an extra 5 minutes into this game, right? Just to allow Seiji to catch back up to Toy, who currently has already completed the Trinity build. At this point, he's looking for situational items, and he's already completed the Rose Gold Meteor, in comparison to Seiji, who now has finished 3 items, looking for a 4th.
Yeah, Sagi now, a little bit low here, gets pulled back, but does pop the Vengeance here. RQ. Not gonna be taking unnecessary risks, but they can though. Final Slash comes in, the spear completely whiffing the mark. And RQ says, okay, there's a Lord marching down the top side. Let's just take a chill pill.
I don't know if they can take a chill pill here. They just want to deny farm from the side of Bleed. Every single time they walk up, they respawn. Man-to-man defense so far for RQ Sena. And it looks like they're willing to give up the mid-tier 1 for this. I don't think they want to give up the mid-tier 2, though. Topside is building up a lot. Same goes for bottom. If Bleed plays this correct, they might have 2 simultaneous waves coming down onto RRQ Sena.
Oh, they technically can right now. Lord coming in. Eons. The Daytona Smoke got cancelled? Oh no, he's not gonna take the bait as well. Pull, but they somehow get the defense here.
Oh no, Seiji ends up utilizing his entropy. He should get it back up by the next wave, but they cleared up top side, so the next time he can do it is down by bot. And now we see Bleed rotating to that area of the map. Even Gear just remembering that the final slash is from left to right, so he's angling himself to push the rest of RQ members back into the enemy lines.
Oh no, the timing here! What a reaction from Eons.
Really nice, really nice, really nice reaction, but at the same time, to Gear, this is worth it. No Daytona's welcome compared to a final slash. I'll take it.
My goodness, like, how did he just take that? I know Daytona's welcome is instant, but he popped it as soon as he knew Gear was gonna go for the final slash.
5:08 menit 13 guys ya.
Instantly canceled it.
Hey man,
that's crazy.
That's why make Arlet great again. Hashtag give it back his 0-time reaction final slash. No way you can react to that move sometimes, man. But now with a little bit of a delay, people are really on the ball.
Yeah, but now speaking of those fights right now, as you can see, no lane. Bleed Esports finally gets a little bit more control. Like, this Lolita is starting to hurt RQ Sena a little bit more now.
Duren. Wah, Duren tipis banget.
They get the 2-man link coming from Bleed Esports, but they still have Octa on that NetherRealm. So they're trying to make it a little bit more play, but again, Toy is going to be the priority right now, but he is going to be able to get out, and Bleed will be forced to disengage. Lord is already going to be on the top side. And as you can see, Jens is already in position to Bleed. what are they gonna do? Are they still gonna commit to this?
I think so far Bleed has been making like the correct choices every single time. The question is how much
Enaknya Toy itu ketika pakai Moskov guys ya, nanti tombaknya kena, jadi bisa langsung join tim fight guys. Jadi dia kalau mau split push juga enak banget ya.
Unideal for RQ Sena because they're the ones ahead, right? So that's when we see Bleed utilizing their experience and strong.
Ian sudah ngamanin immortality
They've
cuy.
already caught up with the lead, if not surpassed them by 700. And this Lord Dance is so important for RRQ Sena if they want to try and close out this game.
Yep.
Kan diuntal kan. Dominan blast. Wah. Yang dapat. Yaun yang dapat guys. Mas Duran, aduh. Oke, gak digasin guys.
Spear, but not gonna be making the dive here. And RQ Sena, oh, what a misplay, but somehow Ian survives, but Darren did not.
Man, this is really frustrating because RQ Sena, they lost their members before
Ian
they could even get
into
play, right? Octa wasn't able to use his Netherrealm, and he's not willing to use it for just one person. I'm surprised that Darren melted just like that, but that's where Bleed Esports really shines. Great target priority, great setup specifically from Gear.
Yeah, Seiji's just got so much damage here, and you know, for Edok not being able to reflect the Nathan is just so unfortunate. But for now, Ian
gaming.
Welcome here. Yon trying to go for a little bit of poke damage here, but they will lose a tier 3 for now. Bleed Esports continuing with their slow assault. Ian's back. He's gonna be bursted out here, but he wants the Netherrealm. Yon first going to him his spin here, but he will be caught off, and he's gonna be picked off.
Ini saatnya comeback kah?
Do they go for
Woi,
They are.
Gear. Immortal pecah loh. Wah, saatnya comeback sih guys.
Two in one small play, and now Darren is not letting them off the hook, but the stolen Black Dragon gives him out to safety for Jay. With just one small mistake, RRQ flips the table.
Nicely done by Toy as well, expecting the stun to come out as soon as he takes his own shadow from the ult, dashes out of the way, and still is able to get a lockdown onto Gear to allow the rest of the team to eventually pick 2 off for that movement. Right now, Bleed, they recognize, right? Team fighting these guys is really, really tough, so we have to make sure that we play around our ultimates, play around our cooldowns, look for that quick burst back away, because RRQ so far, with the way that Toy is playing, it's really difficult to catch him off a position.
Speaking of position here, we don't see a Divine Glaive up on Seiji though, so is he gonna swap his shoe for the Divine Glaive for more damage?
To be fair, he doesn't really, right? His main targets is Toy, Octa, and Dyren. Everybody else is kind of like, I can eventually whittle you down.
Ian sih. Langsung diuntal guys. Pancing enggak? Wah, habis spin. Wah, digasin sih. Wah, digasin guys. Digasin guys. Wah, nice banget sih itu. Aduh, ya.
Will survive, but they've lost 2.
Nah, itu kalau tombaknya kena auto digasin sih guys, sumpah lah.
Really nicely done by RRQ Sena, playing to their win cons, finding the choke point. Bleed could not escape, and now they're going to be losing another tier 2 in the mid lane to RRQ Sena. Another one of those fights could be an end game scenario for them. So Bleed, they've got to be careful. They minimize the damage, only losing 2 of their members, and Yon, he's back up, but
oh ya ada. Gak diambil tuh.
Can he make the steal of a lifetime?
No, he showed himself.
No, they don't see him. They don't see him.
Oh no. Okay, he.
Yon.
Okay, sure.
Let him posture. Let him posture.
Yon yakin gak ada yang tahu guys. Walah. Woi. Nah, itu dia Ian. Nice banget. Iya. Dulu atasnya, bro. Atasnya, bro. Nah, minionnya gila kali guys.
Nobody in position to actually capitalize on this back door, as RRQ Sena going to be walking with the Lord on that top side, or they can play towards the bottom side to finish off that last tier 2.
Yeah, but now orange buff up on Moskov once again. Bleed Esports, they have to be a little bit more careful here. A very risky play from Yon. Somehow still will be back in action in about 20 seconds. So that's a good thing for him. Oof, boy. Tough.
Bisa itu.
Now we're just waiting for them to collide, right?
Tadi yang dapetin purple boss-nya si Satu, guys ya.
Have some kind of well, doesn't look like they have synced up waves for the first push. They're waiting for the second one for the minions to start clumping up together, and they're posturing to maybe intersect bleed if they walk out from past their inhibitors.
Well,
Konsil, bro.
Gonna be the focus here from RRQ. They pop the black
Dragon
dragon
masih
for now,
duran, masih
zone
duran.
them out. Looking for a little bit more
Bansos
cash
gak
here.
kena.
Going for the final slash, but no, he made a mistake. He's gonna be gobbled in as well. Now he's
Walah,
getting
walah,
out. He
ya.
needed triggers
Aduh,
to
dominan Blaze dapat
disengage.
2,
And
tapi
the
1
ramp has been used
ucul.
as well. RRQ keep things a little bit more
Walah,
as well.
fokus space. Wah, gila sih guys, GG guys. Comeback anjay, gelo. Gini dong baru RRQ ya guys ya. Boleh lah. Oke lah guys ya, kita lanjut ke game yang kedua guys. Thank you semuanya dan bye bye.